Miami, welcome Maroon 5! You guys all mics there, comfy couch. I could sit at the end here, make it awkward. No. All right, so, yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
That would make for a great photo. That's all I'm saying. All right, so like I said, welcome Maroon 5. Is this you guys' first time in Miami?
No.
No.
We
Look at him.
love
He's like,
Miami.
no, I'm here like every other weekend. What are you talking about?
I live here.
So I got to ask you, when you guys come to Miami, where are some spots that you guys like to check out first and foremost?
The ocean.
Okay. The ocean, the beach.
We enjoy the ocean and the beach.
Even though I almost got robbed last night taking a swim in the ocean.
Yeah.
Matt also got stung by a jellyfish.
Matt got stung
It
by a
was
jellyfish.
hilarious.
Jesse almost got robbed. We had a great time so far.
I had to pee on Matt's arm. It was very awkward for all of us.
No, let's explain the
Nice,
robbery
healthy
story.
stream.
Story number one. Our top story is the near robbery on the beach in Miami. I went out in the ocean with a couple people. We left our clothes on the shore, and we got 100 yards out. We noticed there were a couple people sitting next to our clothes. We thought, that's not good. So we started running.
They were
back
sitting
towards
on
them.
your clothes, apparently, right?
They were. They had half buried our clothes, and everything was out of our pockets when we got back. They were still sitting there, cool as cucumbers. Like, hey guys, our wallets are out, and they were like, how's the ocean going? And we're like, good. And they said, we work at the hotel. We're just sort of making sure everything's okay down here.
Right.
By making sure everything okay, we're actually going through all of your things and possibly stealing them.
All right, but nothing was taken. You know, our wallets were out, but all the money was in them, which was very strange. And they just sort of slowly stood up and walked away. And we were still making sure everything was in all our bags and everything. And
You should have
nothing
made
had been taken.
you should have made a citizen's arrest.
Yeah. Well,
Should have taken them down to the slammer.
It could have been a lot worse.
Now, I see a lot of you guys obviously have tattoos. I mean, who has the best story behind one of their tattoos, would you say?
Best story?
Yeah, because a lot of people get them for reasons. I mean,
Show
either you
the
guys were
ads.
drunk in Tijuana.
No,
the 10-year
they're
one.
not very exciting because I don't know. I don't have very many exciting tattoo stories about when I got any of them. Do
This
I?
one's the 10-year anniversary of our band.
We got this one
Well,
together.
Very cool.
We both have that. And now our band's almost like 80. How old are we now?
About
Our band is
17
like
years in.
17 years old.
Very cool. Now let's talk about. By the way, we have a special surprise for you guys in just a little bit.
Really?
Two new. Well, yeah. I'm sorry. Bootlegged it. Two surprise. We're gonna play two tracks off their new album. You guys are gonna be the first to hear it. You guys cool with that? Yeah. All right.
Hey,
so
have we been here before? Have we been in this room before? We have. Yeah, we have. We definitely have.
sober.
I never forget a room.
Now, you know,
I'm room
speaking,
blind.
we were talking about tattoos. Now, 222 must be like okay, 222. What's the meaning behind that?
222. Well, there's a place called Room 222. Is the first studio we recorded our first demo at in Hollywood, and it was this like tiny little, really small, much smaller than this room building, and it no longer exists actually, or it's under a different name now. But it was the first studio we recorded at, and then that demo tape. I don't know if you kids remember tapes, but they're little audio cassettes. We had this tape, and we took it around, and that's kind of what started everything. That's kind of like what started our whole career. Basically, it was kind of like the little seed. And even back then, we said 222 was going to be a lucky number, and it kind of just stuck with us. And then I tattooed it on my arm, so I hope it stays lucky. Otherwise, I'm effed.
Speaking of which, you have that clothing line coming out, right? 222 clothing. Oh, is it on? That's
Sorry,
on.
it's
It's on. There you
Is this thing on?
go. Now,
Yes.
the clothing line. Tell everybody a little bit about it, because I know a lot of celebrities go into fashion. What makes your clothing line
The
different?
band is really excited about talking about my clothing line.
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
I'm gonna downplay the clothing.
Okay,
line.
downplay the clothing
the
line.
CLOTHINGLINE.
Okay, got it.
Not
got
in
it,
front of the
got
KIDS.
Well, I also want to find out, do they have any input on some of the stuff? Do you come there with like some designs and you're like, hey, what would you do with these jeans? Would you guys wear these jeans?
Well, Mickey and I have been collaborating. No, it is, but though it's just a product of what we love to, or what I love to wear, and it's very simple. It's
No more about you. I'm talking
bells
about
and
the
whistles.
band.
Oh well, actually, Mickey gave me. Well, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want our idea to be foiled. But Mickey gave me. We definitely have been collaborating on a design for that.
Happy to be a part of it, man.
Yeah.
And who's your favorite model?
My favorite model is James Valentine.
Yes.
you.
That's James, everybody.
Now, did you guys all collaborate, obviously, on writing lyrics for Misery? I mean, how does that go about, like, the whole process?
I wrote the lyrics for Misery.
Okay.
One day when I was sad.
Oh. You get sympathy from the ladies, but I'm like, whatever, dude. He scrolls through his black book. What's another one I can call?
Oh, I know. There was no one left in the black book. That's what it was. No, I don't know what I was feeling, but it wasn't good. But it's over now that I've purged it onto the song.
And Alexander wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer.
Let's get to some of the questions from some of the people in the audience. You guys have questions? We'll bring the mic around. Go ahead. Here, let's see. What's your question? Go ahead.
My question is, why'd you call your band Maroon 5?
My question is, why is your voice so cute? As adorable as that question was put, unfortunately, it's a question we can't answer.
Okay.
But I'm sorry, because if it's any consolation, it's never been harder to answer that question because it sounded so adorable coming from you. But I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
Do you have another question?
I'd have to kill you if I told you.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Feel free to say anything for the rest of the time because it's just too much. Would you like a hug?
Okay.
And he's hugging her, and they are spinning around together. Successful hug.
All right, we got another question from the audience. There's a 1 hug minimum, by the way. That's all they're doing right now. I'm just letting you know. Don't get carried away. Was that your question? Can I get a
It's
hug?
officially become the only question asked.
Why are you guys so cute? All of you.
That's a great question.
I'll field that one.
I'd love to answer that one. God, these are tough. You guys are really cutting to the core of us. Why are we so cute? I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Now, with a lot of artists, I mean, we just heard on Twitter randomly that Kanye doing a feature with Justin Bieber. All right, who's somebody that you guys would want to collaborate with that's out there that you guys haven't done yet?
I don't know. Collaborations are one of those things that kind of need to come up. They need to come up as like a case by case thing. So I don't know what the next one will be. I think that what's cool about the band is we definitely get to do a lot of things with a lot of different types of people, which is cool. Not just one genre or one thing. Yeah.
Is it hard? I mean, because a lot of people expect a certain sound from Maroon 5. Is it hard to just kind of almost come back and recreate that sound, or is it one of those things where you get in the studio and you're like, you know what, we don't want to sound anything like the last album. We're trying to do something different.
I don't know. I think this album is definitely across. I think the best elements of our first 2 albums is definitely on this album. So I think it's definitely like maybe our third record could be like greatest hits of our first 2, except totally different than that, and not like that at all.
Now you guys are touring for 2 years straight, right? Is that the game plan? Like you guys going to do 2 years straight touring?
Hopefully, if all goes well.
Okay, what can they expect?
The shorter the tour, the unhappier we'll be because we want it to be.
Buy tickets now.
Yeah.
And what can they expect at a Maroon 5 show?
The greatest experience of their life.
Well put. And the cutest faces.
And the cutest faces.
Do we have any other questions? We'll take one more question. One more question in the back. Go ahead.
Super weird question. I like it. I've always loved David Letterman, but I especially loved him for the way that he handled that like scumbag dude that tried to blackmail him. That to me that like set him apart. I was like, wow, way to man up and really handle it.
It's
so I love David Letterman.
It's really cold in that studio.
It's freezing in that studio. He needs
cool.
He needs to warm it up. What? Your voice is gorgeous. It's like a cross between Fergie and Jesus.